Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, and in this video I'm going to go through and do my budget forecast for the month of March 2024. So, okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Like I said, my name is Melissa. Take a look around. Hope you see something that intrigues you. Hope you learn something from this. Hope it urges you or hope it pushes you to, get your budget going also. And if you are not new, welcome back. It's lovely to see you guys again. So, you guys, let's just jump in and get this over and done with. I am a little terrified for the month of March, even though I'm a little excited on the low also. That's kind of weird, but yeah. Um, so here we go. For rollover for the month of March, I'm not expecting to do anything. I hope I can, but I'm not expecting to do anything. But one big thing that's happening in the month of March is that I get 3 paychecks. Hubby also get 3 paychecks, so I'm hoping this will, help ease a little bit of the financial strain that we are in. I'm trying my best to, get it together. So far, so good, but, I still need a way out. Okay? So for the month of March, my 3 paychecks, I'm still budgeting low with the amount that I was getting last year, which is 23.58. So I'm going to do that times 3. And then I'm also going to plus my SSI benefits that I get. Okay? So that's going to total $8,416, which I'm hoping that I don't need all of that, but let's budget with it. Hubby usually sends 800 per paycheck, and he's gonna receive 3 paychecks also. That's a total of 2,400. I'm not expecting to transfer anything in from savings, and I'm not expecting any miscellaneous money. Okay, so total that we're gonna be working with for the month of March is $10,816 even. So let's move on down. For the savings and sinking fund section, I usually do this first, but this time I'm going to do it last. In the giving section, Lord knows, I still haven't figured this out. I'm still working on it, but I still haven't figured this out. So in the monthly bills and expenses section, I do know on the first my rent is due. On the second of the month, which is actually is going to be the third this month. It's usually the first, the second, or the third that it's due, but it's going to be the third for the month of March, and I'm budgeting $100 for electric. Renter's insurance is going to be due in the month of March for $43.75, and I'm going to budget round numbers for 44. Okay. My internet's going to come in at 124. I'm budgeting, hoping it's less. Cell phone, I'm budgeting $300 because the month of February was a little high, and I'm hoping to get back on the auto pay, which is going to give me an auto pay discount of $30. So hopefully, you know, during the month, I'm $30 less than this $300. So we'll see. I know propane is going to come in, but I'm not sure what it's going to be for the month of March. I think I will need propane again, but as of right now, if I need to get any propane, it will have to come out of savings. Heating oil is the same thing, so I'm not going to budget anything right now. When it comes up, I still have a little bit of savings that I had tucked away, to cover these. So for subscriptions, I'm budgeting 117. I've been coming in under, but I'm still gonna budget 117. The last bit which is the $17 for my Amazon. So I have Peloton for 44. I have YNAB for 17, Google Cloud for $3. I have iCloud for $3, Netflix for 25, SiriusXM for 8, and Amazon Prime for 17. Now somehow if you've seen my last videos, somehow hubby has been his card is connected somehow to our Amazon account, and he has been paying Prime for a couple of months now. So I am not reversing that. I am actually enjoying not doing $17. So our total monthly bills and expenses is going to be $3,185 even. Okay, in the variable spending section, I have my groceries. I'm budgeting 1,000. I'm trying to minimize this a little bit, but somehow, my kids are actually eating up, and we're actually using the amount of groceries that we're buying. I'm hoping not to go over. Household for $200 for the month. Copay and meds, I'm budgeting $50 for the month. Other miscellaneous, I'm not budgeting anything. Personal spending, I'm budgeting $50. And eating out, I'm budgeting $100. So the month of February wasn't bad. That's a total of $1,400 for the variables. As of the recording of this video, eating out, I was still under the $100. Personal, I was still under the $50. So I'm hoping to, carry this on through the month of March. In the transportation section, so I have my auto loan. I'm going to budget the round numbers again for $940. Car insurance for $266. Fuel, I'm actually going up $50 for the month of March. Somehow, between going to the doctor myself, taking the kids to the dentist, taking my son to the orthodontist, we've spent a little bit more money on gas than I budgeted in the month of February. So I was budgeting 150. So 200, let's see how we fare with that. Maintenance and repairs, 0. Easy pass and parking, 0. So that's a total of $1,406 in the transportation section. In the kids section, I am budgeting, I think it's going to be 5 Fridays in the month of March. I think it's going to be 5 Fridays. And if it's 5 Fridays, that means I have to pay the babysitter 5 times. So it is 5 Fridays for $220 times 5. So that's $1,100. Clothing, shoes, and supplies. I'm not putting anything here. If I need to get them anything, I have a sinking funds, all things kids. I will pull it out of there. Child support is $526. After school, it's also 5 Fridays. I do pay them on Friday. $20 per week times 5. That's $100. Braces is $164. Haircuts, I'm hoping to do 1 for the month, but I'm going to budget for 2 for $70. And fund money, it's the same thing as the clothing, shoes, and supplies. I'm not budgeting anything for that. So total kids is going to be $1,960. Okay, let's move down to the debt loan section. For student loans, my minimum payment is $40. One main is my personal loan, and I'm thinking about changing things up a little bit. I'm not sure yet, but if I do, I will put it in a video for you guys to see. I'm budgeting $600 for that. Lending club, I'm budgeting $1060, which is my minimum payment. And I'm attempting to call lending club and see what they could work out when it comes to the minimum payment, because you guys, this $1,060 is just ridiculous. And, we'll talk about it in the debt closeout for the month of February. Stay tuned for that video coming up soon. So that's $1,700 in the debt loan section. Now in the credit card section, I am not going to put anything towards Marcus because I'm still at a zero balance. Discover, my minimum payment is 176. Mattress Firm is 67. Famous Footwear, I'm still at a zero balance. Venus, I'm still at a zero balance. Carter's still at a zero balance, and also Chase still at a zero balance. So that's great. Capital One number one, I did switch my due date, so now it's due on the 27th. For the month of February, my minimum payment was $591. I'm hoping it will go down, but I am going to budget the $591. And reason being, so I switched my payment due date, I think it was in the month of November. So December, or the month of December. So it took a while for it to kick in. They didn't bill me for a little while. I don't think they billed me in the month of December. I don't think so. Let me take a look. Please hold. Okay, so I did check. They didn't bill me in the month of January. So January, there was no statement, and they closed the statement in February. So what happened was I was on a long stretch of not paying, or not having the statement closed. So, for all those days that the statement was open, interest was being charged. And when they finally closed it, that was what my payment was. So I'm holding on to that until I get my new bill, which the bill should be closed in early March. So it probably won't be a minimum payment of $591, but that's what I'm budgeting. Capital One number two, I'm gonna budget 25, and my Apple Card, I'm gonna budget 25. Afterpay and Klarna, I'm still not using those, so let's budget zero for them. One thing I will point out that for Capital One number two and for my Apple Card, I try to pay the statement balance before they close, the full statement balance before they close, just so I'm not charged any interest. So I do get charged interest on Discover. I do get charged interest on Capital One number one, but these two down here, I try my best not to get charged any interest on them. So that was it in the credit card section for $884. And let's see what my damage is. From the income of $10,816, I am at a total expense of $10,535. So we have $281 that is left over. So I'm going to take a look at my paper budget. I did say what I'm going to do is put it over into the savings because, like I mentioned, for propane and heating oil, I will need money for those sometime in March. Hopefully not, but I think if anything, propane will be needed. And at the rate that I was going for the rest of the winter, I think I will need heating oil. So let's put this money into savings. So all things kids, I'm gonna put $50 here. In the annual subscription, I know I have only 3. I'm gonna try. I used to have Amazon Prime on a yearly payment, and somehow I had canceled that. So I'm not sure I'm going to put that back, but I do have my BJ's membership that comes out, and I do have a Microsoft 365 for my computer that comes out also. So I'm going to budget 25 for the annual subscription. For the cars fund, this is anything cars. My tags. I want to get my car insurance on a yearly. Actually, it's every 6 months. So I want to pay it off every 6 months. So I want to put some money towards that and any maintenance that come up. So I usually don't pay for maintenance. Hubby usually takes care of everything cars, but just in case, okay? So I want to see, so that's a total of $75. Let's put, for right now, $25 in there. Emergency fund, I want to go ahead and put $30 in there. Household fund, I know I have converted my Credit Karma savings into the household fund, and this fund is going to be for my heating oil for the coming winter. So I know total of $25 go over there every for the month. I have $25 that's get transferred over. So I'm actually gonna put 50. See if I can beef this up a little bit. Medical fund is a new thing that I have put in here. I tend to go to the doctor a lot. Um, I have a little bit of medical issues. So I tend to go to the doctor a lot. I go to my primary care every 3 to 6 months, and I go to some other doctors quite frequently throughout the year. I do a lot of blood work. So when I go to the lab and do the blood work, they usually don't take any copay payment at the doctor's office. Well, at the lab, they end up billing me sometime. And I always find that there's a bill coming home for some kind of copay. So I want to get a little bit of a medical fund going so I can cover these when they come up. Because I went to the doctor a couple of days ago and there was a $50 bill on the account for some lab work, and it wasn't in my budget. But I had to cover it because it was building up for, I think it was for 3 months so far. So, anyway, I'm going to start with $50. That's $230. Let's see how much. I think I was up to 281. So I have $51 left. Okay. So I am going to put, okay, so 51. How can I divide this? Personal care, I will go ahead and put 40 into personal care, and then 11 into the vacation fund. So that's going to be 281. So if we head back down, you'll see that this is a zero-based budget, $10,816 in income, and I've rounded out it to be $10,816 in expenses. So that's a zero-based budget. And like I said, I hope it doesn't go this way, but if it does, we're prepared for it. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment. I like to communicate with you guys in the comment section. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.